Welcome to their Team Solemn Circus Live Duel. On the left side here, I believe we have Naturia Runick to be exact. Very, very cool deck. I know that I believe Pack was playing it at the last YCS. Thomas is a big fan. He was on the tier deck, and now that tier is no longer. He shed a tier and decided to start causing havoc with Fountain Pass and his good friend Nat Beast. And then we have on the right side a ninja deck. Very cool. I mean, I like it. We saw it on the channel a few weeks ago with Todd, but this is Dylan here playing. Definitely, I don't know if it's the exact same deck or a pretty close deck. I know that a lot of them play the same cards, but duplication and some stuff are pretty crazy. I know Jesse Cotton also played at the YCS as well, so very cool decks that people are going to be interested in. Before we dive in, over to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's see who takes this. I believe that Runic is going to start off here. I'm not too sure. I know that maybe they could play the Ishizu stuff still, like the 1-1-1-1. I'm not really sure if they would, but I know that the Naturia stuff does some stuff. We're gonna play the Notorious Fountain, and in Thomas's voice, are we gonna Fountain Pass? And here we're gonna activate a Runic card. There is some glare there. It's gonna special summon out here the Huggins, and then Huggins effect's going to activate here. You're gonna discard the Kelbeck. So we are playing the Ishizu stuff, and we will search here for a Fountain. And then we are going to see the Ishizu. Oh, and the Runic spell to set to draw. Okay. Put back and draw. There's no way they just drew another Fountain. Then we're going to see the Ishizu Mill 5 card. We see 2 duplications, a Nib and a Hanzo here. And then we see a Camilla, an Ash Blossom, one of the Runic cards, and Alluring. I think that's a Keldo as well. So still on that copium of Ishizu, I see, Thomas. So here's it's interesting because we see that our opponent now knows what we're playing, and then we set 1 card and we pass. There is more cards in hand that can be activated. We know that the Naturia stuff, the Runic stuff can be activated in the hand. We're gonna see the Ninja Art of whatever it just searches for the stuff. Ninja Art Searcher. It's Notebook of Mastery is what that one is. It searches if your opponent controls a card, you can set 1 ninja monster and 1 ninja art from your deck, except the self. We're going to see in 1 set Art of Duplication. That's 1 in Graveyard, okay. Yeah, 2 duplication in the Graveyard's kind of rough with a Hanzo and then in the Nibiru. I know that Geo is a crazy card, and I think Tabari is also a good card as well. Here, see the green ninja summon itself out, and then I thought you couldn't. We're going to see the ninja also setting itself face down with the Tabari, and we're in a fusion summon here, going into the link to Yomagaru, because it does only need ninja monsters. It does not say the word face up as well. We're going to attempt to banish the Huggins. We're going to get Freezing Chained here. And it looks like we're reading the Baku in the hand. And here, Freezing Chain is going to banish. Is that a Hanzo, the Notebook, and another duplication? That's all 3 dupes. We're going to see the Runic going to let us shuffle back 3 to draw 3. Not too sure how. Oh, I guess Green Ninja is going to be flipping the that monster face down. Like, that's not what Jaeger Mager does, but looks like we're reading the card in hand. We have Tabari, then we have the Baku in hand, and Mitu is going to summon herself out here and being able to activate the effect. And it looks like we're reading all the ninja cards, which is completely understandable. I know a lot of people have to read these cards. There is a lot of them, and they have a lot of weird effects. And it's like we're going to normal summon out the Baku there. Or not the Baku, that is the Kagero. Especially one from the graveyard face down or from the hand. And they're going to target, and then they're just going to get chained to a Keldo. So shuffling back that target. And the Kelbeck. So trying to hit it once again, it looks like. Yeah, who needs one of the card when you can just shuffle it back? They're going to see a Tabari special summoning itself out. It's cool. This deck has like a lot of like special summoning. They just summon themselves out and stuff. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's not like a insanely meta deck, but it definitely can do stuff. Sorry for the yawn there. We're going to link off into Nightmare Phoenix here, discarding the effect of Nibiru to Nibiru is not going to be used here. Attempting to pop the back row, I think. Or popping the fountain. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. You don't care about a back row at that point. You just want to stop the fountain, but you know the opponent has another fountain in hand, which is kind of weird. Especially because like you're not going to be able to make a big push. So that second fountain doesn't really like the second fountain in hand is like a dead card. Now it's like not a dead card, and you're just not killing that face down card. Oh no, I feel that's kind of a misplay. Personally, that seems like a misplay to me. They asked for the stats on the Huggins. We're going to see Phoenix attack into Huggins. Then Yamatsu is going to attack directly for 2,000. It looks like they're thinking on the attack deck. They're going to chain the Book of Lunar Eclipse. Flipping both face down. Okay. They're going to send the Agito from their hand. Wow. They just had all the stuff. These cards are at 1, you know. We're going to see a Mill of Mole Cricket, which is a crazy card. And yeah, 2 Naturia trees, Runic Tip and Dispelling, and that's a Mole Cricket. That's some crazy mills there. Searching for the Naturia Spell and back in the hand. And that's Sunflower as well. Unfortunately, we have the glare. We are trying to still figure out a spot at locals where there is no glare. It's kind of difficult when some players like refuse to move or the table is not available. So, but overall, everyone's really good at locals for recording. You know, they are doing me a favor. We're gonna see a summon out for the Maizen, who can attack directly, and that's gonna look like a pass here. They're gonna have to take a second to read that card. He like was their boss monster. Don't know if he really is anymore, but he's still pretty cool. There's the Mole Cricket, because it was summoned, it can summon itself out, I believe. Because a fusion monster was summoned, I'm not too sure. Yeah, when your opponent's monster special summons out from the extra deck, it can special summon itself out. Then we're going to see the Maizen's going to summon out the Hanzo because the effect was activated, and the Hanzo effect is going to activate as well. Searching for the green ninja, and then we're going to be seeing that Molker is going to summon out the Camilla as well as Sunflower. Reminds me of Plants vs. Zombies. Then we're going to see the green, searching for the green ninja there. Then we're going to see the send of the third tree. And is that going to search for the Naturia Blessing again? Yeah, it looks like it will. Okay. And our hand's just loaded at this point. We have Fountain. We definitely have some Runic cards. Showing the 3 cards that they know in hand. And then a whole bunch of others. And reading the effect of Camilla. I don't think that ninjas have it really. I think here I would just scoop at this point, especially knowing that Runic has still a Fountain in their hand. I don't know what else you could do. Like they opened Keldo, Kelbeck, and Agito. Like that's crazy. That's just like a whole hand of all you're missing is Medora there for one of. Like that's just a crack. And they had to hit 2 Sacred Trees. Like wow. Looks like they're debating here if there's even worth going and stuff. Reading the Sunflower once again. It's crazy to see how like these little Naturia monsters are able to actually do so much. Camilla is also a cracked card. It can like I think it's mill the top 2 cards from your deck to instead of like tribute if your Naturia monsters activate an effect or something, which is kind of crazy. Especially if you mill Fountain up, you mill 2 Runic cards, cracked. We're going to see a Link 2 off into a Nightmare Unicorn. The Unicorn's going to activate its effect, pitching one of the green ninjas in hand, and looks like you're going to attempt to spin back the, I'd probably choose the Sunflower myself. But I guess both options are the same. The green ninja will activate its effect, I think, or I don't have to read green ninja here. They already activated the effect of green ninja that turn. So not going to be able to do that. But we're going to see the Mole Cricket being activated and then can destroy the effect of, are going to destroy the Unicorn. And the game is pretty much sealed here. Do see another Runic tip being hit. So that's 2 Runic tips. And the ninja player is going to just scoop it up, realizing they do not have enough here. I think Runic is so the cards that are like multiple texts and like activations on their texts. It's so hard to like voice over, especially if you're not listening to the players, or if, like for example in this scenario where it's hard to hear what they're saying. You can't really tell, unfortunately. You see Gamma in the side deck. I think it's interesting how a lot of decks are thinking about Gamma in this format. It kind of happens whenever we enter a format. Gamma becomes like super strong right off the bat because you can just hit like the stuff. Like right now we see Branded, Sword Soul, Kashtira, Mathmech. I want to say Marincess, because shout out to Sean over there. Marincess is a strong deck. I don't know if it's better than I think like the Mathmech versus Marincess comparison is very difficult because Mathmech can just lose to Abystial when Marincess does not. But Marincess can also play Brave. But then like if we look at side like Mathmech, and like Mathmech's cards are cracked. There's Punk, like just decks like all around. There's just a bunch of fun decks around. Even Sprite and Naturia is a cool deck. Earth Machines is a cool deck. There's a bunch of like good decks out there right now. And Citadel is still a crazy card. We're going to game 2 here. We're gonna see most likely that the Ninja player is gonna choose to go first. I would think, at least. You don't want to let the Runic deck even set up a fountain. So here they actually let Runic go. What the heck are you doing? I guess normal summoning Camilla, activating the effect, dumping the trap, searching for the blessing here. Yeah, maybe they think they have like enough going second cards to stop it. Maybe thinking like, oh, all I have to do is just hit one fountain and that's gonna be it. But like, we're gonna see the effect to summon out most likely a Huggins here, and then Huggins effect's gonna activate a milling, sending the Mole Cricket to add the Runic fountain to hand here. Maybe thinking like, oh, I caught him off guard here by making him go first. So we like put in a bunch of siding cards, and now they're useless. I don't know. We're gonna see Fountain activate here, and then we're gonna see a Link 2, or not a Link 2, a Synchro for Coral Dragon. Just a draw card, I guess. And then we're gonna see a Flashing Fire being activated, or a Runic Destruction. Something with the Gary there. Then we're going to activate the Fountain effect to shuffle back 2 and draw 1, or draw 2, I should say. We see a tip. That's crazy. Wow. Then we're going to see a Synchro off into, because Coral is a tuner, into a Baron here. So trying to go for that rank 10. That's very rank 5. That's Synchro 10, which is cool. Coral Dragon's going to activate to draw a card, which we're going to see the tip being activated here. That's going to banish the first Hanzo from the deck, just one card. Searching for any Runic card is crazy. And I'm not sure which one that was. It might have been Golden Droplet there. I don't think it was. Is that a Judgment? That seems kind of wild. That's a Judgment. We're going to see a set 2 and a pass. We're going to activate the Notebook of Mystery here. It's going to be all good to go. And here you get to special summon and then set. I feel like you just set definitely set duplications. He's looking at the Baku. I don't think that's a really good card, though. I feel like you'd rather... Okay, so he sets the Kagero here. And then he's going to set another monster from his deck. It's weird he's not setting any of the trap cards. Like, you have Dancing Leaves and, like duplication as well. I see one of the Runic cards targeting to destroy. And that's going to destroy the Kagero here. Oh, yes, okay. So we have 2 Dancing Leaves in the hand, which makes sense why we're not going to set. And then evenly matched as well. I wonder why you would set that. Like, I feel like you would just like attempt to enter battle. Yeah, so he's entering battle phase, and then exiting the battle, but he controls any card, so he can't activate the evenly. He's going to set 2 cards and pass. Attempt to pass. We're going to see a tip being activated here. Attempting to search. And then we're going to see the Ash Blossom being activated here in response to the tip. And then we're going to be seeing the Fountain activate to put back 3 cards into the deck, and then drawing 3, because, if you put 3 back and draw 3, it's fair. Can we give a Sprite that, or maybe Albaz that? That'd be pretty crazy. Fusion Summon, and then activate the effect. Put back 3 branded cards. Would be busted. Then we're going to see the Runic's player here draw for turn. And yeah, they have a few stuff here they can activate. And we do not the evenly matched last card in hand here, and they set the 2 dancing leaves. I mean, I guess it's kind of a good bluff to pretend to set the evenly matched when you're leaving in hand, but then you know that if they do pop your 2 set card, we're going to see a dancing leaves being activated here, targeting the it's the ninja monster, the green ninja, it looks like. Then summoning Joji here. Then Joji effect's going to activate to set both of them. And they cannot change their battle positions. Don't know how that Baron was able to flip up itself. Goji says it cannot be flipped up by battle, but we're going to see the Camilla normal summon activate the effect of just discard the Naturia tree to search for the blessing, which is practically a monster reborn. Yeah, I don't really know why that Baron flipped itself face up. It can't really do that. Be cool to see like if they XYZ something. We see a lot of synchros in their extra deck, so I don't really think they have the room to XYZ, but 2 Camillas could go for Utopia double, which is gain. Oh, right, the Runic cards make you have no battle phase. That makes sense. It's kind of hard to go like with stuff you have to. Okay, so we have another dancing leaves here. And that's going to be it's popping. Baron's gonna pop the set card, and then we're gonna activate the Runic something to summon out the Hugin, and we're gonna activate the fountain to put back, or we're gonna activate fountain. Then we're gonna chain the Hugin to add a fountain into the deck here by discarding the Naturia tree. Then we're gonna draw 1. We did search for the fountain, and then we have anything else here? So we have a fountain in hand, so they know that if they do get evenly, they're just gonna banish the fountain. Who really cares about that? It's so weird to see how this deck actually wins, right? We see the tree search for the blessing, because we love not once per turn cards, and we're going to summon out the charge warrior. It's going to draw 1 card. I'd like to be playing for Exodia or something here. Blessing is going to activate. Targeting Camilla, summoning itself out. And this is another Synchro 10, I do believe so. Yeah. Going to Chenging here, which is very huge. I guess not that big because there's not that many banish cards. We're going to see a second fountain being activated. Then Flashing Fire here. And then we're activating the effect of Kagero here to summon itself out. And then return that card to the hand. Okay. That's pretty cool. So we now have the Kagero face down, and I don't really know what's going on here. there, I guess, like, there's that card doesn't activate in graveyard. I don't know why that was really brought up, but perhaps maybe mentioning that they couldn't set any cards from their deck because of the fact that they had both of them in hand or something. I'm not too sure. But I mean, continuation, like having a card back in hand is good. I don't really see how the Runic player is going to be able to do anything more. We're going to set set a copy of Naturia Blessing and Passing here. They're going to activate the Ninjutsu Arts. Target one continuous trap in your graveyard and return to the hand. So I can add itself back, which is kind of cool. I want to see the Kagero flip summoning, and then put summon one ninja from your hand or graveyard and face down defense position. I think summon out the Joji or one of the cards in the graveyard. We're going to see a Chain of the Runic card. I believe that does negate and then banish. We see that they are playing Instant Fusion and Book of Moon, which is cool. And then Cheng Ying's effect is going to activate to banish 2 cards, 1 card from their deck, 1 card from their field, 1 card from their graveyard. They're going to banish the Green Ninja and that Kagero. And then they're going to activate the Fountain to return and draw, which is crazy. They're going to activate the Evenly. They're going to go Battle Phase, attempt the Evenly. And that's going to get Baron negated, I do believe. They're going to activate the Tool. On, I think on the Cheng Ying. They're going to pass turn, or attempt the pass turn. They're going to activate Tip here, searching for flashing, or searching for one of the Runic cards. They all look the same from this angle. They're going to activate to target the face down. And that's going to look like it's going to be game here. Yeah, I wasn't there. They're not going to have anything during their opponent's turn. Being able to like search for your MSTs, your negates, just crazy. And they did see that they were siding in to go second, but I guess it did kind of trick them. But unfortunately, they still end up taking the win here. We saw Naturia Runick 2-0 ninjas. Unfortunately, that we didn't get to see much of the ninja deck, but we did see how the Force of the Forest was able to banish its way to victory here. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay safe. Peace.